Hey, what's up, fam? Today's going to be a rant, but it's going to be an informative rant from someone who's in a position and a place to know. I'm hearing this more than here lately than I've probably heard in years. And it's probably because there's so many social media outlets that are talking about this, not the actual outlets themselves, but people on various outlets that are talking about this. And especially since what just came out recently from Atlanta, a pastor in Atlanta, Georgia. Actually, he's in College Park, Georgia, exactly. And people are saying, you know, they're chiming in, boy, and they're saying some horrible things about church and pastors and with jets and fancy homes. You know what's so sad is that people are so misinformed, and then they will take the misinformation and verbalize information like they are definitely in a place, in a position to know what they're sharing is accurate. Well, let me help you out. At least I'm going to try to, and hopefully it will help. Some people ain't going to buy nothing I say no way, but anyway. The average church has less than, and I say less than, a 10% collective group who tithe and or who participate in the offering. Less than 10%. And it's more or less a fact that there's only about 6% of the people actually tithe. And with that being said, you hear people saying things like the church does not give back to the community. Okay, 6%, more accurate number, but for the sake of conversation, less than 10% that tithe. And people are saying the church does not give back to the community. Y'all, churches are more or less, in the business sense, barely breaking even. Barely breaking even weekly. So when you see churches feeding people on the street, churches giving out toiletries, churches giving out water, whatever they do in the way of outreach, the majority of that comes from two sources. From members volunteering and collecting this stuff and bringing it to the church, and then they distribute it out. Second source is if you are fortunate enough to have grant writers on your staff, or someone you have to pay to be a grant writer to get government funding to do the. Another reality is the majority of pastors, the number is larger than you will know, are bivocational. They work jobs, or some of them are fortunate enough to be retirees from their secular jobs, and then they're able to work full time. However, and not even a very large number of pastors are full time. No, absolutely not. It worked. It worked. Some are even fortunate enough to own businesses, but they have to work. So please, for the sake of not sounding ignorant in the sense of not knowing, be careful how you voice your opinion about pastors and churches not helping the community. You got to have something to work with to help the community. Now, again, let me continue this in a part 2 soon coming. Okay, check this out. 2 of what I'm trying to share concerning helping the community. Y'all, listen. Musicians don't work for free. Church or not, saved or not, Holy Ghost filled or not, majority of the musicians do not work for free. And you're going to have at least 2, a pianist and an organ and a drummer. And some of these people are demanding salaries that surpass even the pastor's salary. And some pastors pay it. Some churches pay it. Some pastors agree to do it so that they can have a music department. And what I'm sharing with you is there are expenses. Someone has to clean the church. You're not going to get very many volunteers to do that consistently. The taxes and the insurances on churches and the buildings is astronomical. You complain about your car insurance, your homeowner insurance. Just think about what a commercial, so that's what the church does, listed as commercial buildings. A commercial business. So if you're renting, you get hit with cams, you get hit with increases. God help you if your building gets sold and you get a new owner. And God sure enough help you if they don't like church or religion. You may be looking for a new place to go. When our church was launched, there were 111 churches, 110 churches, just in the west side area, the community. Not far from where our building is. And when I was asked as the newly elected pastor, what was my take on us going to the west side, I said, well, we won't be 111. We're not going to go to 111. We won't be number 111. I've stood against that. At one time, yeah, we had church on the west side. We were using other churches and baptizing in other churches. I don't have any problem with being on the west side. I just thought that they were enough. Everybody's fishing out the same pond. So there are expenditures that far, sometimes far exceed what we take in. But God is so gracious and shows so much favor on us that even when you're in the red, God makes a way to get you in the black. Sometimes it don't last long, but whatever, He makes a way for us. So please, don't jump on the bandwagon with people when they say ugly stuff about churches and the money and all that. If that's your, I can't tell you what to say and what to do, but I just wish that you would take into consideration some of the things I've just mentioned to you, and you'll understand. I would hope it would make a little more sense to you And you'll understand that they have bills. All right? I know several pastors, some who've been pastoring longer than I, who don't get salaries. But once a year, the church gives them this huge appreciation. Don't come anywhere close to what you would get if you were on salary, but they do something. And then there's some who get a salary, and then, check this, don't get anniversaries, don't get celebrations, don't get anything, just whatever they can afford. But that does not stop people who have called up God to continue to serve God and God's people. I just thought I'd share that with y'all. All right. Hope I said something to help you. I'll give you a little bit more information. All right. Peace. Have a good day. Hope I said something to help you.